Now on Nightside, grief becomes action. At Eastern Washington University tonight, as students light candles for victims of federal violence. How the vigil brings Spokane and Minneapolis together.
I'm tracking a wintry mix of precipitation on the way for the Wednesday morning commute. I'll let you know what to expect when you head out the door tomorrow morning in the First Alert forecast.
In Spokane's new camping ordinance faces a challenge from Olympia, the House bill that could override the city's ability to cite illegal campers on public property. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Students at Eastern Washington University turned their grief into action tonight through a candlelight vigil honoring those who have been killed by federal immigration agents. Thanks for staying up with us tonight. I'm Derek Dice. Students organized the vigil in just 2 days. They say the event is to give people across Spokane County who are grieving a place to come together while showing unity with the people of Minneapolis. Attendees say seeing the recent aggression by ICE is disturbing.
Feeling helpless, I guess, to do anything, and I'm a nurse, so I was really touched by what happened to Alex, and yeah, just wanting to stand in solidarity with him and with a community that's like-minded.
Candles were lit for Alex Preddy and Renee Good, who were killed by federal agents in Minneapolis over the past few weeks. The vigil hopes to show Spokane County has a support network for those who need it. Now, a march will be held tomorrow evening to honor Preddy. It's being put on by healthcare workers and allies. It starts at 5:30, leaving from Riverfront Park on Howard Street, and will end at the Spokane County Courthouse. A man is recovering from surgery in Arizona today following an exchange of gunfire with Border Patrol agents. Federal officials say it started when agents attempted to pull over a pickup truck, but the driver refused to comply. The driver then eventually stopped, got out of the truck, and ran, firing at the agents and a federal helicopter.
During the attempt to apprehend him, the subject used a firearm to shoot at a manned CBP helicopter. The subject continued to flee on foot while being pursued by CBP agents who returned fire. The subject was shot. Aid was rendered by the CBP agents. The subject was transported to the hospital, underwent surgery, and is currently in recovery at this time.
And the FBI has requested the Pima County Sheriff's Office lead the investigation into the agent's use of force. The department is also conducting a parallel investigation. A member of Congress assaulted in Minneapolis tonight as tensions continue to rise in the city following Alex Preddy's death. This as President Trump in Iowa says his administration is looking to de-escalate a little bit in the Twin Cities. ABC's Melissa Adon has the latest.
Tensions at a Minneapolis town hall tonight as Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar responds to 2 U.S. citizens shot and killed by federal immigration agents this month.
ICE cannot be reformed. It cannot be rehabilitated. We must abolish ICE for good.
Omar charged by a man who appeared to spray a liquid at her. He was arrested. She continued speaking. Earlier tonight, President Trump in Iowa mentioning the Congresswoman in a speech just outside Des Moines.
We're letting some great people come in. They have to show that they can love our country. They have to be proud. Not like Ilhan Omar.
Trump also addressing his immigration crackdown as tensions remain high in Minneapolis. Earlier on Fox News, saying the administration will de-escalate in Minneapolis after Border Patrol Commander-at-Large Greg Bovino left the state.
You know, we have Tom Homan there now. We put him in there. He's great. And they met with the governor, the mayor, everybody else, and we're going to de-escalate a little bit. What do we want?
Meanwhile, demonstrators in Minneapolis holding a Goodbye Bovino rally tonight. And for the first time, a preliminary report sent to Congress and obtained by ABC News reveals the Department of Homeland Security acknowledging that 2 Border Patrol agents shot at 37-year-old nurse Alex Preddy. At no point in the report does DHS say Preddy attempted to reach for his weapon. ABC's Rachel Scott in Iowa asking the president.
Do you agree with the assessment from some of your own officials that Alex Preddy is a domestic terrorist or an assassin?
Well, I haven't heard that, but certainly he shouldn't have been carrying a gun. But hey, look, bottom line, everybody in this room, we view that as a very unfortunate incident.
Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, the superintendent for Spokane Public Schools, Dr. Adam Swinyard, sent an email to families this afternoon addressing the issue of how immigration enforcement in the community impacts schools. Part of that statement reading, "Our priority is that every student attends school feeling safe and supported as they pursue their dreams and aspirations. We have clear policies and procedures regarding immigration enforcement in schools, which align with the law and are intended to create an atmosphere where students can learn free from distraction and without fear." Dr. Swinyard's statement goes on to say school administrators have been trained on those protocols, and any questions or concerns can be sent directly to school principals. To read the full statement, you can find this story on our website, KXLY.com. All right, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now. We've gone almost 3 weeks without any measurable precipitation in Spokane, but that's about to change.
Yes, the first in a series of systems moves through tomorrow morning. It's not going to bring much wet weather, but it sort of opens the storm door for subsequent systems. We're already seeing a little bit of wet weather making its way across the Cascades tonight. Let's take a look at our forecast radar starting off at our current time. We'll start to bring that light precipitation into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene around 4 or 5 a.m. in the form of some light snow. Further to the south, we may have a little bit of freezing rain and possibly just plain old rain by the time you're down around Lewiston. And then it moves on out. We may see a few hit and miss snow showers through the day on Wednesday, but for the most part, we are going to be drying out. Here is noon Wednesday with a few showers through the central panhandle and down onto the Idaho Palouse in the form of a rain snow mix or just plain rain by the afternoon. Our temperatures right now, we're at freezing in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and St. Mary's, still at 38 degrees in Pullman and Lewiston, where it's been an especially warm day. In the mid-40s, it's 30 in Sandpoint and 27 in Bonners Ferry. Overnight lows tonight will be below freezing in most locations as that precipitation starts moving in. The chance continues through around 11 and then comes to a halt. We'll have mostly cloudy skies through the rest of the day, a high of 37. So if you do get a little bit of snow at your house, that will easily melt. 36 is our average high. There is warmer weather and wetter weather coming in the 7-day forecast. I'll have that for you in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Leslie, thank you. Sunday will mark 30 years since the school shooting in Moses Lake rocked the entire town to its core. Barry Lukaitis took the lives of a teacher and 2 students at Frontier Middle School that day. Now, the Moses Lake School District is inviting the community to a quiet gathering of remembrance and unity for that fateful day. It's meant to provide space for reflection, connection, and collective support while honoring the strength of the community. The We Remember gathering will take place this Sunday at 2 p.m. at Frontier Middle School. Everyone is welcome, and participation is entirely optional. In order to repair a broken water line, the Post Falls Water Division has initiated an emergency water shutdown for people near the intersection of North Compton Street and West Mullen Avenue. The city says repair work is underway, but those without water service should store water for essential needs. The Spokane Indians are gearing up for the start of their season, but a day at Avista Stadium wouldn't be possible without the team behind the scenes keeping everything running smoothly. The Indians are now hiring for positions ranging from concessions and security to working on the field. Applicants need to be 16 or older, and there's something for just about everyone.
Great opportunity because there's a lot of jobs that are available for people who want a second job, maybe teachers in the summer or whatever it might be.
If you're interested, you can apply right now on the Spokane Indians website. And if you can't wait for the season to start, you can skate with the Indians mascots this weekend. Join Ribby, Doris, and the rest of the crew this Saturday at Riverfront Park. Skating starts at 6 p.m. and goes until 8. All right, there were plenty of heroes in the Seahawks NFC Championship game win on Sunday. Sports reporter Mia Green joins us now with more on one of the moments that helped the Seahawks secure their ticket to Super Bowl 60.
Yes, Derek, for the first time in 11 years, the Hawks are back in the big game. And for the fans in the Northwest, a familiar face delivered a clutch performance in this NFC Championship. Cooper Kupp had quite the connection for the NFC Championship. The Los Angeles Rams are not only a familiar rival for the Seahawks, but Kupp's former team. Kupp played for the Rams for 8 seasons seasons, but now wears blue and green. He got into the end zone, one of the Seahawks' 4 touchdowns in the championship game, and actually the last points the Hawks put on the board. The wideout has an Inland Northwest connect. He played for Eastern Washington and rewrote the record books, finishing with 73 touchdowns, 6,464 yards from 2013 to 2016. Quarterback Sam Darnold shared his perspective on Cup's impact.
Just for him to just be able to step up on a day-to-day basis for us, not only in games but in practice in the facility. Like he's a true leader for us. I feel like I say that all the time when I talk about him, but it's true. You know, he's a great leader and someone who's just going to continue to do his job every single day.
You can watch the former Eag Cup and the Seahawks, as well as 4 other former Inland Northwest players at the big game. That's at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California on February 8th at 3:30 p.m. Super exciting for all those players, and we have more exciting stuff in sports later in the show. Don't miss it, but for now, back to you, Derek.
All right, Mia, thank you. A new bill in the Washington House of Representatives could override Spokane's ability to enforce its own camping ordinances. The Spokane City Council unanimously approved the Safe and Accessible Streets Ordinance in October. It allows Spokane police to issue citations for illegal camping on public property. But House Bill 2489 could override the ordinance. The bill was expected to be voted on in the House today, but that vote was delayed. The Spokane Business Association says it's actively lobbying against the bill.
I think trying to come up with a one-size-fits-all that takes away the local authority, the local autonomy to really come up with policies that work for them. I think it's an accident. I think it's well-intentioned, but I think it is a really big mistake, too.
Mayor Lisa Brown's office put out a statement agreeing that maintaining local control over camping ordinances is what's best for the city. All right, still to come. A deer gets stuck on a frozen lake and the Stevens County Fire Department comes to the rescue. A look at their inventive rescue method. And we're tracking some rain and snow in the forecast. We'll tell you when it's expected to arrive when we come back. Don't go.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest. 4 News Now is brought to you by the National RV Show and Sale, January 15th through the 19th.
For years now, neighbors near Fairchild have lived with contaminated water. A cleanup plan was promised and then quietly pushed back. What caused the delay? Who's responsible? And what will it take to finally get this water clean? Watch Thursday on Good Morning Northwest.
To Leo, buy one, get one snacks means maximizing his savings potential. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Input costs are high.
And prices are low.
Agriculture requires all of us to work together.
It's where we connect.
Learn what works.
And spread optimism.
And spread optimism.
And spread optimism. That's why we need you at the Spokane Ag Show, February 3rd through the 5th.
At the Spokane Convention Center.
Let's show up together and move agriculture forward.
Move agriculture forward.
And move agriculture forward.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Work at 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. ShopDaveSmith.com.
To Oliver, eating here instead of buying a stadium hot dog is like putting away $20. With the Wells Fargo mobile app, tracking his savings is simple. Whoops.
This show is wonderful, Jimmy.
You're defending democracy.
Yes! People have spoken. There's a lot more to come, so save your energy here.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC. 4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
Well, this young deer got stuck on the frozen ice at Loon Lake this morning. So when neighbors Ginger and Dan Polshuk saw the yearling struggling about 200 feet from their property, they called Fish and Wildlife for help. Rescue crews from Stevens County Fire District 1 responded with a new ice rescue technique.
When he reached the deer, he had a big lasso that he could put around the deer's neck, and the deer jumped through it. So he had to do it twice, and he wasn't able to really secure the deer. It was struggling, so he laid on it, And the crew then on shore used the rope that the fireman had holding onto the deer and himself, just kept pulling and pulled the firefighter in with the deer.
Whatever works, right? Once back on land, crews warm the deer up before releasing it back into the forest away from the ice. We'd like to thank Ginger and Dan Polshuk for sharing that great rescue video with us. Dan recorded that whole thing, and just glad that that poor little yearling is now safe and sound.
And Dan, what kind of camera does Dan have? That's amazing.
200 feet from their
looks like
property.
National Geographic video there.
Yeah, pretty great stuff.
Yes. Well, all of that ice is going to be melting. We have got some warmer weather on the way. Right now, it's freezing in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Cloudy skies, and we are preparing for some precipitation. Ooh, and you can see the Department of Transportation, or Idaho Transportation Department, is already preparing US 95. You can tell by those stripes. They are on it. They are looking out for you. It will be treated roads in many locations tomorrow. But if you do have some roads that aren't treated around you, be prepared for some slick spots, because we have some very light wintry precipitation coming in tomorrow morning. A better chance of more substantial rain on Thursday and Friday. May have a brief period Thursday morning where it is a rain-snow mix before it turns to rain. A bit of mountain snow, not the big powder dump that our skiers are hoping for. A couple inches by Friday, and then a mostly dry weekend, but not completely dry. Our chance of precipitation goes up to 20% at 1 a.m. Most of the precipitation will happen around 5 a.m. and then taper off. It's going to be a quick hit, this first system, but again, it sort of primes the pump for additional systems to move through. Our forecast for freezing rain through tomorrow morning, the area keeps getting smaller and smaller because we have cooled down, and we're going to bring that system in that is going to be bringing mostly snow to Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and very light at that. But down on southern portions of the Washington Palouse and into the Columbia Basin, just that very lightest pink indicating a light bit of freezing rain. Snow, meanwhile, less than a ½ inch in most locations. Even in the mountain areas, we're not going to see a lot of snow with this first system coming through. And with high temperatures, once again, in the 40s in Pullman, 47 in Lewiston. We'll be in the upper 30s in Coeur d'Alene, St. Mary's, 40s elsewhere. We are going to do a lot of melting right around the Spokane area, 36 in Meade, 38 in Spangle, 37 in Cheney, 34 in Spirit Lake. 70% chance of rain on Thursday, 60 on Friday, and then we dry out for the weekend. We're also going to be warming up into the lower and then mid 40s with those subsequent systems. So we really are looking at mostly, if not all, rain Thursday and Friday, other than the possibility of a rain-snow mix in the morning on Thursday. Dry for a couple of days, and we're going to stay warm right on through the end of the 7-day forecast, and it looks like beyond. So a lot of the ice is going to be melting, including these ice bells that Brent Clark captured in this cold image that from North Idaho. Beautiful shot there, but yeah, I don't think that ice is going to make it through the next few days, Derek.
Yeah, not with temps in the mid-40s. All right, thank you. Still ahead, new TSA rules take effect Sunday that could cost you $45 at the airport. We'll tell you how to avoid the charge. Don't go away.
Later tonight on Nightline, the sex crimes trial of the notorious Alexander luxury real estate brothers gets underway. Plus, we're with opera superstar Denise Graves as she takes her final bow, and Sydney Sweeney in hot water over lingerie.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
You're home for Jay and Kevin in the morning. I just want to love somebody. You ain't nothing but a liar. Somebody pour me a drink. The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
For years now, neighbors near Fairchild have lived with contaminated water. A cleanup plan was promised and then quietly pushed back. What caused the delay? Who's responsible? And what will it take to finally get this water clean? Watch Thursday on Good Morning Northwest.
Thanks for helping out today, Davis. Hey, how did you convince Gonzaga this was important enough to send you out?
Oh, easy. I just told him the truth.
Which is what?
That there was a customer without heat.
Oh, okay.
And you had no chance of fixing it without my help.
You just hold the flashlight.
Well, yeah. I doubt you could fix this in the dark.
Really?
Call 208-777-5528 now to schedule your $26 tune-up.
What are you working on there, Donnie?
I'm writing a list of the best reasons to call the advocates.
Oh, fun. You get a team dedicated for your case.
Right.
We'll go to work immediately to protect you from insurance bullies.
Of course.
We'll fight hard to get you the very best result.
Also good.
Well, let's see your list.
It's a little shorter than what you said, but I think I captured it.
Great list. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Welcome back. For some travelers, flying is about to get more expensive. Starting Sunday, passengers without a real ID or another appropriate document like a passport will be charged $45 to go through TSA. The fee must be paid online before going through security. The 10 to 15-minute process creates a Confirm ID, which is a 10-day temporary pass. Passengers who arrive without proper ID lose their place in line and must step out to complete the process.
And if somebody gets all the way to the front of the line and they don't have it and they didn't know about it, we'll give them a QR code where they can scan, but you do lose your place in line. You have to step out, take care of it, and then get back in line.
TSA says 90% of travelers already carry real ID or an acceptable form of identification. The Department of Licensing reports steady demand for enhanced documents. Travelers still needing a real ID need to make an appointment and bring proof of U.S. citizenship, identity, and 2 documents showing name and residence. Name change documentation is also required when applicable. Well, after weeks in a parvo quarantine, the adult dogs at Scraps are finally back up for adoption. For weeks, all of the adult dogs had to remain in a strict quarantine while Scraps sanitized the affected areas and increased its cleaning. Staff had to use extra outerwear and disposable booties. The goal was to ensure all of the adult dogs remained safe and healthy, but it took an emotional toll on those who worked there.
It's never fun to see any animal that's sick. Unfortunately, we did lose a couple of them. They were too far gone to save. But a lot of them responded very well to treatment, which is always, encouraging for staff. And it's also hard on our staff to see all these dogs sitting here that want to get into new homes, and unfortunately, we can't let them out.
Scraps hopes you stay up to date with your pet's vaccines and boosters. Spokanimal is also back open for adult dog adoptions again, but it's by appointment only. 4 North Idaho firefighters are being nominated to the Idaho Medal of Honor Commission following last summer's deadly ambush in Coeur d'Alene. Cooney County Fire and Rescue Battalion Chief Frank Harwood and Coeur d'Alene Fire Department Battalion Chief John Morrison were killed in the attack on Canfield Mountain. Also nominated are Coeur d'Alene firefighter Dave Tisdall and Newman Lake Fire Captain Fritz Weidenhoff, who survived and helped keep other responders out of danger. Fire officials say the actions of all 4 represent the highest standards of duty, courage, and commitment to others. The commission will announce its decision on February 10th.
So our goal is pretty simple. We want to put clothes on as many people as we possibly can.
One Spokane man and a group of businesses have come together to collect clothes to help those experiencing homelessness. Indaba Coffee Roasters, The Wave, and Chaps all have set up donation bins inside their stores. Antonio Holder of Pro Mobile Auto Detail says their goal is to clothe 1,000 people in need this winter.
I think as a community and with all the businesses involved, it's not out of reach. We definitely need some help from the public. So again, if you have anything that you no longer want, make sure you drop it off.
For the full list of donation sites, you can find this story on our website, kxly.com. 2 social media giants, Meta and YouTube, are facing a civil jury in a case involving claims their platforms are too addictive. A 19-year-old plaintiff claims getting addicted to social media as a child caused severe depression and suicidal thoughts. She accuses the tech companies of using tactics from slot machines and the cigarette industry to hook users.
If this litigation goes through and it's not attacking the platform directly, but instead attacking its algorithm, it could open the floodgates and definitely change the way we view social media and how they use their algorithm.
Both companies deny the allegations. Meta says it strongly disagrees and points to its commitment to supporting young people, including new teen accounts. Google, which is YouTube's parent company, says the claims are false and that providing safer experiences for young people remains core to its work. TikTok and Snapchat were also named in the original lawsuit, but Snapchat settled the case last week for an undisclosed amount. TikTok also settled ahead of today's jury selection. All right, the Seahawks are back in the big game, and it's a rematch of the last time they were in the Super Bowl 11 years ago.
And Derek, it was one of the historic games for one of their star wide receivers. When we come back, we'll show you how Jackson Smith-Njigba's historic performance helped the Hawks secure their ticket to Super Bowl 60. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by CARD, the Center for Asbestos-Related Diseases.
Remember when daytime television was a little over the top?
Wipe that smile off your face.
You are not the father. I couldn't do that show today. There's no way. Now, Wednesday night.
He finished the show with a broken nose.
That's great television.
Did this really happen?
In the 90s, we were addicted to talk shows.
This is Maury Povich, and I approve this promo.
Dirty Talk, when daytime talk shows ruled TV. Wednesday night on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Thank you.
I got this.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
I'm a real wild one.
Some days are the fun days. The days you get to go wild. Which makes the Ford Ranger perfect for you. Made to haul, made for the trail, and made for any wild idea you've got. Get a wild deal on a Ranger today. Lease a 2025 Ford Ranger Super Crew 4x4 for just $279 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops, we're here to guide you from start to finish.
After my car accident, working with Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy. They communicated with me and let me know what the next step was every step of the way.
Call Craig Swap and Associates today. Let us make your recovery simple. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Welcome into sports. We are just 12 short days away to Super Bowl 60, where the Seattle Seahawks will play in the big game for the first time in 11 years. Hawks receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba has been soaring this season. He made a historic impact in the NFC Championship with 153 total yards, his third best including regular season. He had 115 yards in the first half alone, which is the most in any half of a Seahawks playoff game ever. After the win, Smith-Njigba gave praise to who and what matters the most to him.
Give all glory to God, win or lose, draw. Wouldn't be here without him, without, the sacrifices that everyone makes, family, friends, teammates, coaches. So super honored, to be a Seahawk and, to give everything, on that field for my brothers.
The Seahawks will face the New England Patriots for Super Bowl 60. And for the Patriots, there's a former Coug on the team, Kyle Williams, who played for WSU in 2023 and 2024, and then got drafted by the Patriots as the 69th pick in the third round. Williams had a massive impact during his time at Washington State and now gets a shot to hold up the Lombardi Trophy his rookie season. And speaking of the Cougs, the Huskies have officially released their full schedule, which includes the Apple Cup. The Cougs will face the rival Huskies on September 5th at Husky Stadium. The time is still to be determined. As for the Washington State men's basketball team, after a rough patch, the Cougs snapped their 4-game skid with a 95-79 win over Pepperdine. 6 players landed in double figures and sets the tone for their 3rd straight home game. They host the Seattle Redhawks tomorrow night. Head coach David Riley spoke about what the team needs to improve on.
Coming out with some fire, and we still got to get our defense right. 79 points is too much. It's something that we got to continue to grow. We've shown we're capable of it through stretches this year, but I do think we shared the ball really well, 20 assists, and took a big step today.
The Washington State Cougs will take on the Seattle U Redhawks, who come into this game 14-8 overall, while WSU is 9-13. Tip-off in Pullman is set for tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. And for high school hoops tonight, the Rogers Pirates hosting North Central. The Wolfpack got rolling. Addie Wright drains the all-net 3, extending the Wolfpack's lead. But he said, "I'll do it again." This time he's down in the paint. Look at that nice layup from him. And the Pirates were trying to gain momentum. E.J. Miller-Osgood looking for a bucket. All that contact, it's up and in, but the Wolfpack just kept cooking. It's fed to Tyson Vogrick, easy 3. Pirates' Devontae Muhammad Jr. responds with a 3 right after that, but the Wolfpack went on to win that one. Final score 71-62. And for girls hoops, the Meade Panthers hosting Ridgeline. It's fed to Ellie Thornton. She hits an easy 3. The Falcons get a hold of it. Fed in the paint to Madeline Crowley. It's up and in for the Falcons, extending their lead. And the Falcons got a hold of it again, but Thornton steals it back, looks for a bucket. Nice and easy one for the Panthers. Both teams were going shot for shot on that one, but the Ridgeline Falcons went on to win it for a final score of 62-45. And shooting things over to baseball, the voice of the Seattle Mariners, Rick Riz, has officially announced that the 2026 season will be his final one behind the mic. At 72 years old, he closes a remarkable 51-year broadcasting career, including 40 seasons calling Mariners baseball, the longest tenure in franchise history. Check out some of his play calling that the Mariners shared online.
The Mariners end the 20-year drought on a walk-off home run by Cal Raleigh. They win the ball game 2-1, and the Mariners are going to the playoffs as a playoff contender.
Bittersweet news for the M's today. And Derek, I had to wrap up that this sports segment with an icon. I'm hoping to go to a Mariners game before with his last season.
Well, you'll have 81 chances next year, so yeah, I think you can get it done. Rick Riz is a legend. It's nice for him to be able to go out on his own terms and call this his final year. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Right now, you could help make life-changing wishes come true for local kids with critical illnesses. 4 News Now is teaming up with Make-A-Wish for the Wishes in Flight Mileage Drive to help local kids like Hazel.
I swam with the mermaids. Thank you to Make-A-Wish.
Scan the QR code or visit KXLY.com today and donate your miles or points and help wishes take flight.
Every mile makes the kids smile.
Let's make wishes take flight together.
Help kids like me.
An 11-year-old boy sits down for breakfast before going to school, but he would never arrive.
All we want is Christopher to come back. That's it.
Fire rips through his home, and he disappears.
It takes a sick person to do something like that to a kid.
I'm Derek Dice. Join 4 News Now as we show you what happened to Christopher Wood.
I prayed for justice, but this is not what I expected.
How a bowl of cereal helped catch a suspected killer. Watch the 509's most notorious crimes, A Boy's Last Breakfast, Wednesday on KXLY+.
Hi, I'm Conan O'Brien. I'll be hosting the 98th Annual Academy Awards Sunday, March 15th. Join me for a night of pure Hollywood magic.
Cut and freeze and hold the pose, Conan, and set the award. Okay, clear the mark, and action.
Whoa! See you there.
Cut, we got it.
So you're gonna cut out the middle part so that it looks like a magic trick?
Yeah, we'll cut it out.
Because I'll really look stupid if you don't cut it.
It's gonna look great.
Okay, I trust you.
I'm RJ Decker, the Sunshine State's most lovable PI. I am this close to proving it was a murder for hire. My business, I did it. It's booming.
What happened to your eye?
Misunderstanding. Turns out, murder never takes a vacation.
You and this place, you were made for each other.
What do you mean, the bar?
Florida.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
And your planning forecast, wet weather, just a little bit tomorrow morning, wintry precipitation.
But we don't think enough to be too much of a problem for the commute, though.
No, just a little bit.
All right, that's what we thought. All right, be careful anyway out there tomorrow, and we'll see you at 5, 6, and 11.